of the faster university crews in the country at the moment. So a big USA student crew versus a big UK or GB student crew.
This, of course, is the Temple Challenge Cup.
Attention! Go!
And we're away, and it is just incredible the noise out of these eights when they come off the line.
What a roar of the water and roar of the cocks there, as you can hear drive just being shouted nice and loud in that UL boat, and they've got a good clean line off the blocks there. UL in the purple on the right hand side on the Buckinghamshire station, giving it a big strong drive and maybe taking an early lead over Yale on the Berkshire station.
And we've heard some incredible noise coming from the crowds over the last couple of days, and it's when you see matchups like this, the crowd loves to see particularly the University College eights up against the British College eights.
That's it, those in the US versus us in Great Britain here, but that's pretty much neck and neck. This is awesome to see.
Yale perhaps moving out to a little lead here, just extending their start sequence.
Sam Bound, the coach there in Yale, he said early on in the boating area that their main mantra is just get off the line, and that's what they've done here. Is once you're off the line, you're into your rhythm, you don't worry about anything else, and I think that's really paying off there, because that's what they've done.
Interesting, Janice Risbergs from the Yale University 8, Janis Risbergs, he said, we're feeling confident as ever and hope to have shown Brooks A that they're here to win. So they are looking past today's race, they're looking straight to the final. They're here to do one job, they want to win the final, and they're going to break whoever they get tomorrow, as in this race, and then go hard in the final. So they have the eyes on the prize, Yale University in the Berks station.
Gunning for Brooks, but they've got to tackle University of London first, our other university top 8 in Great Britain at the moment. So this is going to be a great match off against this USA crew from Yale University. Phil Gray is the coach of the UL crew, and he was saying earlier that their focus is really much on just keeping it on the red line all the way down. So they're not going to let Yale get away with this. They're just going to hold it at steady pace. They really focus. Their Cox earlier was saying that they're very much an internal crew. They work on what they do. So even if Yale have got a little lead, I still think University of London are still going to hang in there and really fight strongly.
And the 8, it's so critical to have a good start and to get yourself into a good position. I mean, it's such a hard and fast boat. It loses speed so quickly if you don't keep it up and keep it moving. And it's so important not to get dropped. And so the University of London A, they're really going to have to hang on here. We know that Yale went out to have a fast start, to have a commanding lead. They would really be wanting to almost put doubt into the minds of the University of London A crew that they're going through to tomorrow's final.
That's it. Like you said, there's minds. It's in the minds, isn't it? And there's a lot of minds in here. There's obviously 9 people in that boat, and you've got to make sure everyone's on the same page. So it's and that's where the coach can have such an influence on sort of what they do to this unit, how they try and influence them into sort of really hanging on to, let's do it all together and let's hang in there even if we are a length down.
And in the 6th seed of this Yale University 8, Leonard Jenkins from New Zealand. He competed at the Rio and Rotterdam Junior World Championships for New Zealand in the quad and double respectively, winning last year in Rotterdam. Had a chat to him last night and a couple of his crewmates, and as I said, really looking forward to this race and very confident about what they could do. But the big man from New Zealand in the 6th seat there.
So this University of London crew is a bit more formed, and actually they're making a good comeback now in the middle of the course, whereas this Yale crew has obviously only been together a little bit more recently. It's a hybrid of their 2nd and 3rd aids, 50-50 mix. And actually one of the guys in there, Tom Beck, who's in the 3 seats, has actually switched sides. So a lot of change in that Yale boat. So although they've got power and they've got off early, UL have a bit more of a season together, a bit more finesse, and actually this could really pay off in the middle of the race, which is where it's getting very tight. It's canvas between the 2 crews.
I think we've actually seen maybe a bit of a race-defining move here from the University of London A crew. It looks like they perhaps have a little bit more momentum with them. It looks as though they're getting some confidence, and I really like how smooth they look. The Yale crew, a huge amount of power. They're really cranking it along here. But the UL crew, for me, is looking a little smoother.
UL's taken the lead, haven't they? Great race from UL.
Wow, what confidence and what composure to come through this Yale crew. I mean, they are getting a look back now. They have about 4 seats on the Yale crew.
Momentum's going the University of London's way. This is fantastic stuff from them. A really great resurgence from UL recently, the club. David Townsend, the director of rowing, and obviously a big sort of following through the GB ranks. People like Maurice Hayes and Paul Stannard, all a big ex-UL boys, and a lot of support for this club, particularly as it's Brits versus USA here.
See a few heads in the Yale boat there looking across. But I think it is the University of London A crew that has momentum now. I mean, what confidence you get from rowing through a crew. I can't see Yale being able to take this back from them.
I think you said it there, actually, to come from that far down and to turn it over. That's going to be a real difficult one to turn over again from Yale. But they're going for it. They're taking it up and they're going for it.
Wow, what an absolutely incredible race. What composure from the University of London A crew to take this race by the scruff of the neck and completely reverse the positioning.
It's going to be a great showdown. If you are on course for the final here, to have UL, potentially Brooks in the final. Great race from UL there.
Wow, incredible race there. In the Temple Challenge Cup, University of London A crew over Yale University from the United States. Back down to the start, it was Yale that went out so hard and fast.
Yeah, they really stamped them up, put their mark on it early, and we thought it looked like them. But UL, obviously, amazing turnaround. So impressive when it's one-on-one like this, to mentally crack someone and then for it to flip the other way. It's just...
A little further down the track, this is where we saw the UL crew, that smooth rhythm that they had, really started to push them through the latter stages of the race. I think what Yale did was quite expensive.
It's going to be
they ended up paying for it.
Great final tomorrow in the Temple Challenge Cup.